Look at the kitty. Hello, Mr. Kitty. He is Mo. This is Mo. Mo is the kitty co. He lives here. He pretty much owns the place. He has for the last there he goes, 14 years. That reminds me, I got to adjust my camera from the recording studio stream. Oh, see if I can do that. How is everybody today? Wow, it's not gonna let me do this. Oh, that's interesting. I can't start the G Hub. Can start the G Hub. Okay, zoom to 122. Perfecto. Awesome. All right, thank you. Sorry for the slight delay in getting going today. Today we are going to have a Tuesday stream here at kensh999, and it's going to be our regular, pretty much all the time kind of stream, which will consist of we're going to go on a flight simulator mission, fly around a bit, visit some places, do a little urban canyon carving, as I like to call it, and then after that we're going to excuse me. Sorry. After that, we're going to do our typical music stream. Yesterday, we were playing the piano on the lounge. Alternating, of course, with guitars means today is a guitar stream. Today is guitar. This rather attractive Epiphone Les Paul. And, I'm just going to diddle around the guitar a bit in the second half for about 40. How you doing there? Good to see you. You just a regular stream today. Fly around. Don't know what. Don't know where. We'll figure it out. Nothing too new going on with me, but I hope everyone is having a good new year so far. A good January. I am. No complaints here. Hoping to get some things happening. Work is probably going to pick up a bit, but I'm taking a work break for an hour and a half to stream with you guys, and then I'm going to get right back to it. And if they really need me, they can send me an email, and I'm watching my email. So sometimes I end the stream a little early if it looks like I need to be sending responding by email, but otherwise I can get to it at the end of the stream. So that's about it. So today I don't have any ideas on where to go or what plane to fly in. There's sure a lot of airports over here. I bet you, each one of these dots is an airport. And I've never been to the vast majority of them. I bet the vast majority of them are real tiny. Like just for little tiny planes. This being Brazil, I believe. Looks about as good as any. It's got 9,800 feet of asphalt. Now, in the past couple of days, we've been trying to fly the MV-22B Osprey aircraft, which is the Marine aircraft that's very tricky to fly, apparently, especially. And so, with the past 2 days, we've tried and failed to take off in that bad boy. So, I think we're going to take a break, but we are going to come back to it. I'm not going to fly it again offline or anything. We're going to come back to it. So we have to pick a different aeroplano. That's fine. Something I don't have a lot of time in, like the Baron. Maybe, but also maybe one of these vans. Like I really always enjoy flying these little planes. And they're pretty fast for their size. And of course, you can get it in my favorite color, orange. So now we picked a place to go, which is Tancredo Neves International, Belo Horizonte. I don't know what that means. But as usual, Google Maps is your friend. Or my friend, at least. Well, not my friend, but a resource. State of Bahia, Brazil. Bahia. You know, the reason why I wanted to go to Brazil is because the last couple of days we have had. Okay, that is definitely not where I am. That's a coastal area. Okay. We're going to have to figure it out on the map where I actually am. Okay. And people come in, they come into my chat on YouTube because I'm simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube, live streaming, excuse me, on YouTube. And they would say hi from Brazil, usually during the musical segment. We'll do a quick walk around. It's a little late in the day. Let's set our flaps to 0. Well, we'll get those turned on. Walk around. The plane looks like a good plane. It looks like an airplane. All right, let's get in here. Throttle slightly on. Propeller full. Mixture to full. Tank to... Let's start with the left tank. Battery master. Can I have to be over here? Battery master. Is that on or off? It's hard to tell. That's great. I think it's off. Let's just see. Oh yeah, I remember this has a weird electrical system. Fuel pump. Oh, navigation lights, strobe lights, taxi lights. I don't believe that. Flaps. That's it. Alternate. Yeah. Oh, that's the auxiliary battery. Okay, we can start it now. I do believe. And it did start right up. Okay, we're gonna let our Garmin boot up here. Playing Stream Raiders. Also. Okay, we got a booted Garmin. You're right, we want to turn on our transponder. Doesn't seem to want to go on. Just kind of fucked up. These are all on, right? Inner left knob. So that's mislabeled. We still don't have a transponder. Or it just is not available. It's kind of weird. Okay, it's not a big problem. We don't use that feature. All right, we're going to take off probably, I don't know. There we are. What's our flaps at? Okay, that's flap 0. Perfect. All right. Confins? I don't know.
Confins ground kensh999er with Charlie request taxi for takeoff south departure.
kensh999er taxi to and hold short of runway 16 using taxiway alpha.
That's where we are.
Contact tower on 118.2 when ready.
Okay. This should be interesting. Never traveled around here.
Taxiway alpha kensh999er.
Looks like there's some jetliners ahead of us. It's an international airport. Hey, Science, how you doing? I picked Brazil. The reasoning not being anything in particular, except that there's somebody from Brazil was saying hi in my chat on YouTube. So, you know, my feeling is I have Brazilian viewers. They're very big on the internet and Twitch, you know. Big in Twitch. And you see them a lot. You see, or we welcome Brazilian viewers, of course. And they're always like, yeah, I'm from Brazil. Okay. That's cool. So this is a place kind of interior of Brazil. We're just northeast of apparently a pretty big city called Belo Horizonte. I've never heard of any of these things. And this is just one of our little light, kind of moderately fast planes. It's a good touristic one. But it looks like there's a city to fly through, and it is Brazil. And Brazil is such a huge country. I'm sure I've never flown around before. We do not need a lot of runways, so we're going to take off right from here. We're going to go right up to here. Either way, we can take off from here. This is a jetliner runway. Okay. There's a jetliner taking off. I think we'll be taking off that same direction. Ask the tower if we can leave. Okay, flaps to there, which is just one position down from the zero position.
Contact Brasilia Center on 123.85. Good day.
That's not us. Yeah, it doesn't want us to take off yet. I think it's maybe because that plane just... Maybe there's another jet. I don't see anything. Might be something lined up to come in. We do have real-time traffic here.
Line up and wait, kensh999er.
We'll give it a minute or so. Kind of funny. You don't see any traffic, and a plane just took off. You can see that. Actual flights of real airlines. Because it's real-time traffic. Yes, I do, Science. I do have a Discord server, actually. And what's it fucking called? You could probably just find it because it's under kensh999. It's called kensh999 SOT stuff, which for Sea of Thieves, what it is. But please, yeah, or DM me or whatever, or send you an invitation. I just had Mistress Moore join it, and do you know from Bella's channel, Flint Dad is in it, but basically it's just like 3 people. I use Discord a lot, but I never use my own server for anything because there's nobody in it. But if you want to join it, you can. Maybe we can figure out something to do with it, or if we ever want to do a live thing. All right. Do I have my parking brake on? Now I do. Now it's off. All right, we're just gonna take off because we're bored. It'll say, "Well, you did not have permission to take off." Well, look, I don't see anybody using the damn runway. Wait a minute, him, but we don't care about him. It's safe enough in my world. See, it's like being on the train tracks and seeing some train coming right up behind you. Can't wait to tell. Yeah, screwed you. Oh, it let me take off anyway. Whoa, what the heck? Gosh, we're already taking off. Whoa, what's going on here? What happened there? Did I lose power? It doesn't seem to want to take off. It's a pretty powerful engine. Got this on. Propeller is on 100%. Mixture's at 100%. I know this plane's more powerful than that. Isn't it? Thought it was. It's top speed 140. That was weird. Something's fucked up. Not fucked up, but I don't know. It just didn't feel right on that. These planes usually don't have to struggle that much. Because it was like, and by the way, what I'm looking at is the angle of attack indicator. Like, if just the slightest, which is down on the lower left but on the right side, AOA. If you just the slightest moves cause it to go into that red area, like there, that's bad. Shouldn't be doing that. And I say, I'm full power. Right? Yeah, we want the flaps there. And I had the flaps in takeoff position. You know, I'm wondering whether there's just some weird things going on with the flight model, which is why I couldn't take off from the Osprey. Why can't I turn on my transponder? So all these say not available. Don't want to get too high now, though.
Conference Tower KNSH999er frequency change.
Yeah, I do want to check my instruments, and everything looks fine. Looks like there's some rain ahead. Okay, there's another little airstrip there. What is this area? Hold on a second. Oh, this is Lago Santa. Okay, we have to continue south to get to Belo Horizonte. Which direction are we going? Oh, south. So that's Lago Santa. Saint Lake. It looks like we're going to have to head into this rainstorm to go to the city. Well, we'll check. I might be traveling through it. It's a little bit southeast. Or southwest we want to go. West. There. Oh, there's another airport in the city that we're going to. Working on trimming this so we can get a nice horizontal flight going, but we're also going to put the autopilot on. It's definitely an interesting color to have, where it has those sunset colors that are going through the clouds, and every time I really appreciate the high-end weather effects and kind of these what looks like water coming down, moisture coming down, downdrafts, and this is we're flying over Brazil. Okay, we do not need this up. All right, how's everything going on my stream? Things you can hear me. Yeah, no, I don't want that. Now we want to go less. See, now I feel like this plane wants to go, wants to move. So it must be something about. I think it's something about the wind. These wings are kind of inefficient at slow speeds. They're hard to describe. So taking off is a little tricky. It's not necessarily hard. I think probably I'm going to try it again. We're going to do a little takeoff and landing here on this plane again. I want to do it from the cockpit. I think it might have been simpler. I think I was just trying to pull it up too steeply. Because it feels like it's got plenty of power now. I love you can see all the cockpit instruments in detail from this view. Almost look like that's water, but it's not. That's just no, it's not. That's just the sun coming through rain from that side. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, now we're going fast. I'm gonna turn the engine down a bit here. Also, I think I'm in a more efficient realm here. But the reason I can tell I'm going fast is I have to trim it more, give it a lot more negative trim to keep it from wanting to climb. I'd rather get lower. Okay, so this is this main road down to Belo Horizonte. Or we're in it, really. Okay, We're gonna land at this at the main airport here, which is pretty much the downtown part. Well, actually, we're gonna fly around this little lake area here. I think this is kind of the heart of it. Well, the heart of it's more like it's a big city. It's spread out. One of them big Brazilian cities. It's not over there. Yeah, it looks like it's kind of centered. You can see how the geography is a gentle bowl here with the water, with this lake down here. I suspect this is kind of the center of activity. And then there's another airport there. We're going to land, and I'm going to try taking off again in this plane. Because I kind of want to see if from the cockpit it's not as scary. Because it definitely almost stalled out on me. But it eventually decided it wanted to get up. I'm kind of wondering whether the engine does not work that efficiently at 100% mixture. So, yeah, okay. So, you know, you can see the density of buildings, a lot of red brick, you know, Adobe, South American kind of vibes, I would say. Checking some emails, emails that are not from me, but we're going to check out that land over there. We're not going to do any, and then we're going to take off. This is quite. I bet this is very pretty, though. You know what I mean? I mean, it is very pretty. Also, this is high. We're at 3,400 feet, but we're only a few hundred feet above ground level. So we're at about 3,000 feet above, you know, in the mountains. This is mountainous area. This is not ground level. Okay. Ooh, that looks like kind of like a little, you know, center area there where there's a big interchange. All right, zero trim. My trim out. Where's the airport? It's there. It's gloomy, but it's still a very pretty area, and it's probably warm because it is summer in South America right now. So I'm guessing this is kind of a tropical, you know, area. Okay, so landing speed is pretty damn slow in this thing because it does have a lot of surface areas of the wings. But we do not want to stall out. And again, this engine's not necessarily. Oh yeah, before coming down, you do want to set the propeller to 100%. Give us some more power and bring the throttle down to compensate for what I just did there. Oh yeah, I don't think that gets you going much faster, if anything. We're at 80, a little high up. It's hard to really use the altitude meter. And I want to try. This is plenty of runway to shoot for us to take off on. Alright, keep an eye on the airspeed. Airspeed. This is what it looks like from here. At least with these planes, you can see out the front.
500.
So it's nice. It knows how high above I am above ground level, but I don't have a meter that tells me that. I just have an AGL, height of barometer-based air indicator. 60. Oop, not too fast. We got plenty of runway. A little fast. A little less throttle. A little gentle landing right there. Oop, kind of a bump because I was over 50. All right, we're just gonna go to the end of the runway and turn around. So, flaps back to 0 though. Flap 0. What do we got here? I think we want the propeller around there and the mixture around there. Not 100%. I don't think this engine likes it. And the task is, okay, what do I have here? This is, the fuel pump is on. Or avionics master, fuel pump switch. I think you need it. Autopilot power, nav lights, strobe lights, landing lights, taxi lights. None of these should matter. All right, we're just going to go to the end of the runway, turn around, and take off. And my theory is if we do it from here, it's not going to be a problem. Because I was trying to do it from outside the plane. So, but it was really struggling to get off the ground. Oh yeah, also, now that I'm thinking about it, we're 2,500 feet up in the air, and this is a piston-based propeller plane, which means they do lose power the higher up you get off of sea level. They're not turbocharged or supercharged, so they tend to, especially like this is especially noticeable if you try to take off at Aspen or the high Rockies. Propeller planes that are not supercharged or turbocharged have a hell of a time getting off the ground. They eventually do, but it's not like at sea level, well, they'll just pop up. It's two things at work. The thinner air makes the engine less efficient, and the thinner air means the wings are less efficient, so you have to go faster to take off. And this is 2,500 feet, which is a substantial, noticeable height above the air. All right, we're going to try doing a little takeoff. What's going on here? All right, we centered our thing. Plenty of runway. We're coming to a stop. We're going to turn around. Oh, this is the one that has the canopy jettison feature. I'm going to make this U-turn here. And we're just going to, we're going to floor it. But we're going to stay in this view here. Flooring it means throttle to the firewall. We're going to stay here. We're not going to leave this view. This view. Little rudder to keep down the center. Watch my airspeed. Seems to want to take off. Yeah, I see. As long as you don't try to like jump off the thing and make a lot of stick movements, it'll climb just fine. And now if we look at outside, see that AOA meter there, how it's yellow? Well, it was like red. But what I was doing was I was outside, I was trying to do this. I was like climbing like steep off the runway. And yeah, you'll stall if you do that. But no, it's fine. Yeah, I was clearly not doing it right the first time through. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this plane is fine. And the flight model is fine, more importantly. Because I was concerned that it was acting funky. They changed the flight model. By the way, cheers, Diet Coke. This bad boy does not seem quite. Anyway, I must have further. So I hope everybody's having a lovely Tuesday. I am. It's pretty good. Get to fly around. Oh, by the way, we always like to check out the sporting arenas, and those are obviously them. Although they're not a very high. These are not 3D models. These are, you can tell these are satellite map models. That's still a pretty impressive football arena. Goal football, not touchdown football. And then what is Carlos Prate's going to be looking like? We can land on pretty much nothing. Yeah, the thing is, it looks gloomy. Wait, I love that. That's how the sun picks up. The sun as it's setting. You can see buildings. Some buildings are in the sun. And it's a nice visual model. I mean, they could do better, but as it is, it's real good. What is this? It's just a dirt strip. It's just dirt. Oh, wait, what are we doing here? I don't have a problem with that. Anybody got a problem with that? Nobody's got a problem with it. A lot of people live around here. And all of them speak Portuguese. Because it's Brazil. I was trying to watch the movie Brazil, which obviously has nothing to do with the actual country of Brazil. And it's one of those movies, great old movies that are not generally available on streaming unless you want to pay quite a bit. Or at least not on the common streaming services. You know, the ones that would be indexed somewhere. Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's an actual concrete landing strip for us. All right, let's make this turn. I don't know if we'll be able to do this.
500.
Nope. I'm gonna have to come around again. That'll be fine. Yeah, it's pretty long. Don't try this at home. Oops. Don't even try that there. I think I had the parking brakes on. All right, we have time for another quick flight because I'm trying to do 45 minutes worth of content in Flight Simulator and about 45 minutes dinking around on the guitar. So I'm keeping my eye on the time in. We're at 32. So it's not really time to end that. But it's time to leave this area. It's too gloomy. And go to a different area. How about... well, my friends are in Costa Rica. Where are they near? This is the capital, I believe, isn't it? San Juan? I think I've taken off from there. Not this plane. This plane's boring me. What's going to be more interesting? Anything? How about the Spirit? One of the crazy liveries. From the runway. Just another random place because I want to fly around some more. There you go. And it's my stream. I get to choose what to do. I uninstalled a lot of planes and I do need to reinstall some of them. Because I can already tell, you know, I have quite a few. Or buy some new ones too. It's a possibility. There's a lot I haven't purchased. Believe it or not. Hundreds, thousands. I don't know. There's a lot of planes available. It's pretty crazy. Each Spirit 2B stealth bomber is named after a U.S. state. So I'm guessing there's less than 50.
Tower, kensh999, ready at runway 25, departing straight out.
Now, while we're at it, I want to do a real quick check to see if there's anything on the inside of the fuselage. And to take a good look at our livery. Like we're going to go in here. I don't think there is. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, there's kind of an interior. That's just the bomb bay. And then this is the flight deck. Okay. Is our parking brakes on? No. No, they are. Okay. Full power. Parking brakes off. Oh, we're moving. Alright. It's a big plane. Takes a while. Really? You got a guy coming off? Plenty of time. Do that. Plenty of time. Oh. Get out of here, speed. This is Costa Rica, I believe.
Coco Tower, KNSH 999er frequency change.
I do like flying this thing around. Fun fact, I was reading more fun facts about the 1B. It is the most expensive airplane ever made, you know, in any quantity. They're like $2 billion each. Yeah, that's right. The expensive stealth bomber. In fact, you could just say the expensive plane because I believe it's the most expensive plane ever made, according to what I read. They're literally $1 billion or $2 billion each. They made 50 of them and they spent $100 billion. So it's that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But good news, they'll be flying for the next 40 years. So we get a lot of money. We get our money's worth out of them. They are wildly expensive, yes. But man, if you want to get your bombs to your target in style, this is the way to go. Especially look at that paint job. All right, now right here is some. Oh yeah, that's another football stadium. Goal, that kind of football. Not touchdown. And if I remember correctly, this is the heart of downtown San Juan, Costa Rica. Pretty much. It looks nice to me. People like Costa Rica. I've never heard anything bad about it, really. Put it that way. That plane's. Why is my master caution on? Flight services are fine. Engines are running fine. What's going on over here? Everything's fine. As far as I could tell. That was good. Let me speed up a little bit. They look at the Olympics in Brazil. Good question. Dunno. Who was your friend about that kind of shit? Autopilot, altitude mode, approach mode. How do you set your course, though? Pitch reference, barometric pressure. Usually there's... Was that it? Course selector? What am I going to? 283? Yeah, I can't type it in. Let's see if I can. I've never tried the autopilot ones before. We're gonna try it. 260. There you go. I bet Google was your friend there then. 280. Let's say 270. Okay. Autopilot on. Heading mode on. Let's say altitude mode. 270. Altitude hold. go to around. What are you turning to though? Like course. Oh, I didn't do the head. I didn't do heading. Heading. Okay, we got to turn that to heading. Okay, I got it. Go turn. There we go. Clouds, fine. Okay. So, all right. So in the upper left hand, that cyan mark is my heading indicator, heading bug, as you call that. Now we set it to west. Okay, autopilot is on. Nav mode, heading mode is on, and altitude control mode. Okay, that's pretty easy to use. There's usually also a vertical speed system, so you can change altitude. And I don't see where that would be, though. Could be in a completely different place. We got all these fuel pumps. Vertical speed, where would you be? Will the engine bleed? You need that. It wouldn't be there. Vertical speed, it would be right. Yeah, maybe this autopilot doesn't have a vertical speed system. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I'll check some of these displays here. Oh yeah, also, okay, no, that's the engine start and stop. The fuel system pumps pretty well, pretty intricately modeled, honestly. Throttles. And the speed brakes. Alright, autopilot off. Let's fly the plane again. Yeah, I don't think there's an airport we can land on too close. Let's find out. It'd probably be the one we came from, so we might be able to make it back in time. We're 35 miles away. Yeah, we'll beeline it there. And we'll just land there where we took off from. Talking to me? Oops, damn it. So I don't think you need to set these speed brakes to automatic to anything. They're automatically going to go on. I would think they let me fly this thing with. I just bought it and I could fly it. You know, so flight simulator does not. But yeah, you can imagine only the best pilots are going to fly these bad boys. But you know, they're pretty amazing. Okay, engine's down. There's no the flaps are automatic on this bad boy. Gear out. There's popping out there. But other than that, it pretty much takes off and lands just like any other plane. This. Again, you got to watch your airspeed, but we are slowing down rather effectively. Now, you notice there's flaps on on various wing surfaces that will automatically come out. They detect what your flight envelope is, like height above the ground, and that's what's also causing us a lot of slowdown. There's also these winglets on the front of the top of the plane, the top of the engine. Those help bring air into the engines and slow you down. Two things you want to have happen. a decent lineup. A little high. Oh, we can do something about that. I'm thinking landing speed's got to be around 130. Oh, email, but not for me. The coolest part of this is watching the shadow of the plane come on the lower left there underneath the plane. Fast. Probably 130. Oops. Oh, what a nice bump there. It's actually slower, like 115 is fine. And there's no reversers on this bad boy, but it does have brakes. I think it has speed brakes too. I don't know if they came out. That's fine. Perfectly good landing though. You know what I mean? I'm rated for this craft. Parking brake on. Okay, so you can see those flaps in the top. There's two of them on each of the top of the engines are open, and I think there's some other ductwork there that opens up. Not sure about that. And there's supposed to be speed brakes, though. Aren't there? It says speed brakes. And these don't have like a minimum just, right? Or they have to be armed. Sometimes they have to be armed. Maybe it just doesn't have speed brakes. You know what I bet it has? Parachutes. Yeah. I bet you $100 this plane has parachutes. That's one thing they do not model and would be very difficult and time consuming to model. Because you imagine parachutes coming out of the back of this thing. It'd be cool looking, but it would look crappy unless they put a lot of effort into it. Because the way the parachutes come out and then kind of sag and drop down as you slow down, you know, to look realistic looking. But that's why I'm sure this does not have a braking system. It's because it has an automatic parachute deploy system, which isn't modeled. I wonder if there's even a switch for it. It does say in speed brake out, and this does not have an actual speed brake control. Okay. Oh, by the way, how you turn the engines off is on this panel here. Stop the engines. Probably should have started the
Crash warning.
and then how you get out is, how do you get out of this thing? Like, it doesn't have any doors. It has a hatch at the bottom, which we can open.
Airbus 055, follow the Airbus
Right.
A20N on final. Wind 252 at
Which I forgot where the door is, switch is, but go there. Cargo door. Cargo door. There's also
to land runway 25 Airbus 055. Airbus 055, contact ground on 121.9er.
spoilers. Arm spoilers. Now I know. I don't remember how to open the door for the passengers. There's going to be a million places too. Thought it was one of these. And generators. External power. Yeah. There's another button that will open up the pilot's door, and you get that out that way. Let's see if I There's you can see here there's a hatch and a ladder. And then this door opens, but I forgot how to open it. This door opens right. Sorry, not this one. It's right there. Right here. This one. Anyway, it's cool. Used with grade JP8 fuel. Serial number. You know what I mean? Look at all that. It's got like part numbers on it. All that detail. Gotta love it. Shape of the doors. All the little gearage. Switch gear. It's cool. Alright. And that ends our today's flight simulator component. A lot of people, I got a comment on YouTube yesterday. It was like really, like yesterday or today. It's like, I came for the flight simulator and stayed for the awesome jamming, which I think was or the music, you know. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, some people like both parts of it, you know. That was, no, I get a lot of compliments. I mean, you know, rarely do people say anything too nasty. But give me 5 minutes and we're going to switch over. And I'm going to play a little guitar for a while and then I'm going to get back to work. It'll be fun. Okay, give me about 5 minutes. Thank you. Change my music to music. All right, we're going to start the second half of the show. I like to call it my version of the Carol Burnett show. In that, she also specialized in comedy, tragedy, musical interludes, and audience participation. So I do all that. Now, where's the tragedy? The tragedy is when I crash the planes. As far as I'm concerned, that's a tragedy. Okay? So I'd like to talk a little bit about the guitar. After all, I do have the guitar. Excuse me. I have 16 guitars in my collection. Cheers, everybody. Diet Coke. And this is one of my favorites. It's made by the Epiphone company, which is owned by Gibson, but they make their guitars in Asia. Gibson guitars are typically made. Actual Gibson guitars are made in America, and but this is kind of couldn't really get this kind of guitar. It's a signature Lee Malia guitar, but it's just unusual. They made out a few of these, not that many of these. Well, it's a Diet Coke, but it could be alcoholic. But also, me and my drinking buddy Bella are not drinking for 10 days after her birthday, which was Sunday. So, no drinking at all until a week from Friday. I mean, Diet Cokes, but no alcohol. And if she does, she's cheating because she suggested it. So yeah, no, it was her idea. After 10 days after birthday, she was like 2 weeks. I'm like, let's do 10 days. She could never do it. I last year she challenged me to several 10 days off, which is why I'm not too worried about it. And I didn't have any problem not drinking 10 days. I think it's a good idea. But the point is, the rule is requiring drinking at home. If you go out and for dinner, you can have a glass of wine or beer. You know what I mean? And that's okay. And those are kind of her rules. I'm okay with that. I don't go out that much is the thing. So, but she does, and then it's okay for her to cheat on those times, but not when she's like just home like streaming. And if she does that, I'm gonna bust her because I'm watching her streams. What was I gonna say about this guitar that I haven't already said a million times? It's beautiful. It's got this fake one-piece look to the front and the back. One piece of walnut look. It's based on this Les Paul Artisan model that they've made very few of in the late 70s. That was stationed even higher than the Les Paul Customs, which were the high end of the Les Pauls. And they typically had 3 pickups that were made of a single piece of wood and blah, 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 blah. There's very few that were remaining. But they had these unusual inlays, which are very complicated, including up in here. You can kind of see the wacky inlays. There's like hundreds of these little inlay pieces. Well, over 120. Les Paul was a legend, but he didn't have that much to do with this particular guitar or style. He pretty much made a deal with him. They said, we're gonna give you $1 for each one of these we sell. We're gonna put Les Paul on. He's like, so, but he was known both as a musician and an innovator with the solid body electric guitar, both in creating them and designing them. But his designs for electric guitars weren't that good. He was a legend as a player, as a person, as a musician. but a guitar designer he really actually wasn't. He considered himself one. So, yeah, it's when I get this. I get this 2014, I think. It's not that old. Made some changes to it. I made some important changes to it. One was cosmetic. The switch tip, as comes from the factory, cream colored. For some reason, all the other plastics are black, like this. This is black. The pickup rings, pick guard, and what we call the poker chip were all black. Why this was cream and not black, don't know. I bought a black one for it. And the pickup that came in this neck position here was a single coil pickup that looks a lot like the humbucker, but is also very unique to this guitar. I've never seen that single. It's called a P94. It's a single coil P90 style pickup that fits in a humbucker slot. So the actual P90s are not as wide as a humbucker. Bad idea all around. A Les Paul guitar should have 2 humbuckers. So my Les Paul, I took it out and put an actual humbucker in there. It's like a $15 humbucker too. It sounds so much better. So now after I've made the changes to the pickup configuration and put a black switch tip in here. Oh my God. I can't tell you how much that bothered me. Plus the black on the knobs. So much black. Why is there one piece of white plastic on the whole thing? You know what I mean? Come on, people. That's not going to bother you? Oof. Ugh. I mean, it gives me the shivers to imagine playing this guitar and having the white, the cream colored pickup here. I mean, it makes me want to vomit. It's that important to me. I'm weird, okay? But the pickup, the fact that I pick up here, so and I still have coil switching on this one. So you can do single coil this guy if you really wanted to. But I don't know why you want to, so. So it's not just about the pickups, it's about the kind of the geometry of the fretboard and the strings and how it all and the ergonomics and how it all works together. This one's got it. So anyway, yeah, I feel like playing guitar today for a while. Absolutely. They were not understandable. And that was part of the appeal, was that you then go read the lyrics. Plus, REM lyrics are banal. Like, it's really the only way you can put it. They're very observational and not about much of anything except I took a trip on a train. This is the shit I saw while I was on the train. This is how I felt about it being hot while I was on the train. Okay, next song. You know what I mean? It's like but you'd never be able to do it yourself. You'd never be able to pull that off yourself. You wouldn't find the music in it. That's the weirdest thing. One of the things I love about them so much is their lyrics are so kind of banal. They're so plain and ordinary and about nothing in particular that's happened that's special. But you put them together and they become very magical. And nobody understood them and they weren't really emphasizing them for that reason. I think that they made you hard to understand the lyrics because they didn't. I don't know if they thought the lyrics were that important or were that good, but they really are. You know. But yeah, a lot of the famous songs, famous REM songs, are just about a whole lot of nothing. Losing My Religion. They're all, but and Driver 8, absolutely. As far as I can tell, is about a whole lot of nothing. I love the lyrics of that song. But they're kind of hard to memorize, It's like she is selling on the Go-Till Crusade, Locomotive 8 Southern Crescent. Hear the bells ring again. This field to wheat is looking thin. And there's stuff about the power lines have floaters so the airplanes won't get snagged. Bells are ringing through the town again. Children look up, all they hear are sky blue bells ringing. Well, how are you supposed to memorize that? I did after playing the song 80 billion times. But the first time you're trying to memorize a song, they come out of nowhere. And the same is true about when I tried to memorize, I don't have that one memorized anymore, but the one, Man in the Moon, it's a little better, but it goes all over the place pretty quickly. Because it references things that have nothing to do with anything that anyone would know about. Oh yeah, gosh, yeah, no. I used to have the CDs, but now I just go to YouTube and listen to that shit. I should bring some lyrics up and sing some kind of song that I can sing here. Not this one yet, though. Maybe later. We'll do the Human first. It's just a song I like doing. I know we're spoiled, we're spoiled so much. You used to have to go to a record store. What was the new records? Or you listened to them, or the CDs? What was the new CD? Oh, was it good? You listened to her few songs, and it sounded really good. And then you bought it, you took it home, you're disappointed. The rest of the songs are crap. That kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And you don't have to. We have to do that anymore. We just listen to the damn songs we want to listen to. But it's different. It's different. Whatever. No, I don't like these. Oh, we might be having some noise. If we have the thing, it's really loud. If the guy brings his air thing, I'm gonna turn the mic off and just because this is not mic, this is direct in, so I can still play guitar, but I can't sing. But that's fine. Yeah, I think he's coming over this way. You can hear that. I did my best to notice when the call came down the line. Up to the platform of surrender, I was bought, but I was kind. Sometimes I get nervous when I see an open door. Close your eyes, clear your heart, and cut the cord. Are we human? Or are we dancer? The sun is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Pay my respects to grace and virtue. Send my condolences to good. Give my regards to soul and romance. they always did the best they could. So long to devotion, you taught me everything I know. Wave goodbye, wish me well. You gotta let me go. Very human, a very dancer, a silent fighter. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Will your sister be alright when you dream of home tonight? There is no message we're receiving. Let me know, is your heart still beating? Are we human? Or are we dancing? My sign is vital. My hands are cold, and I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Are we dancer? Are we human? Kind of where I like to end that. Really, they do a lot more. Do this without. I'm gonna need the lyrics for that one too, I think. Mm-hmm. Itchy ear. See, now I'm not hearing them coming this way. The air leaf blowers. They're quieter than they used to be because I think they recently made them switch from gas-powered to electric-powered leaf blowers, and they're so much quieter. But they had to pass oh, is she really? She's a rerun today. Okay. Then I will have no idea whether she's actually drinking today or not. I can't keep tabs on her. Well, she can't keep tabs on me either. You know what I mean? We're adults. We do it. We don't. It's our decision. It's a choice. Oh yeah, no, they not that they passed a law, and then they gave money to them so they could replace their gas blowers and leaf blowers, but they made them illegal, I think, this year. So I think they're still really noisy. You know what I mean? But not. I mean, it sounded like the guy would walk right by here, literally about 5 feet away with it full blast, just on the other side of a wall, right? And I had to have the headphones on, or my ears would have been blown out, from the net. You know what I mean? It's that kind of loud. Oh my god! But I think they're still noisy enough that I couldn't sing, while I was going on. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man. Behind blue eyes, no one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, my heart is empty, as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of our pain and woe can show through. But my dreams, they are empty, it's never free. When my first just crack it open, oh, I use it and lose my cool. When I smile, please spell me some bad news before I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your fingers down my throat. If I shiver, please give me a blanket. Keep me warm and let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like being a bad man, be a sad man behind blue eyes. Hey Donnie, good to see you. I'm doing good. This is a fancy one, yes. This is one of my fancy one. Now, the thing about it is it's fancier than... it looks a little fancier constructed than it is. One thing is it looks like... It's kind of hard to tell in the light. It looks like it's made from a single massive piece of walnut wood. And it's not. There's a bunch of planks of mahogany and then walnut veneer on the back. A very thin piece of walnut that's from a single piece of walnut. It's got all... You cannot see any vertical lines in this grain, and it's real, but it's this thick. It's 1/16 of an inch thick. Same piece of walnut on the top over 2 pieces of mahogany top. It's constructed with maybe like 18 pieces of wood and not a single piece of wood, which the original guitars were. The original Les Paul artisans were a single piece of wood for the body. It's very expensive to do that and not worth it because a single piece of wood could warp over time, much more likely than these multi pieces. These will never warp. Apparently it was a real problem. I don't know which store I got it from. I got it online. I don't think I bought it at an actual store. But as soon as this model came out, I bought it. I pounced on it because I had a feeling this would be a very limited, hard to get edition, and it is. They sold out of them, and they don't make them anymore. And unlike most non-vintage guitars, which go drastically down in value, this guitar has probably held up, or maybe is worth a little more than I bought it for, which is like maybe I think $800 or $900, and I don't think you can get these for less than about $1,200 now. As I say, they don't make this model anymore, this Lee Melius signature model, and it is a spectacular model. These are all real. There's over 120 real inlays, mother of pearl inlays in this incredible pattern. You really got to see it in person. This camera does not do it justice. It's unbelievable, but it also is a really nice playing guitar, and I've done some work on it. So I replaced the pickup. This pickup here is not the original pickup, and I've done a lot of work, some of the electronics work, and I replaced the switch tip, which was cream, with a black one, so it matches all the other plastics. It is my favorite one. I mean, they're all my favorite guitars, but yeah, I'm always the one I'm playing is my favorite guitar. But this one is really up there. It's heavy. It's got a slightly thicker. It's got a D profile neck. It's not that much thicker. I don't think I ever did. I probably took them when I was a kid. Yeah, sure. But mainly, when I was older, there were other people, like people I worked with, friends of mine that played the guitar, and I would watch them and ask them, for how they did that or what they did. So, and then the other thing I did a lot when I was younger was I learned to play a lot of James Taylor by finger picking. This is a style I learned first on acoustic guitar. I've been able to do this for a long time, but and I just did that by imitating what I heard most of the time. Now, because there was before YouTube. Nowadays, you can watch YouTube. Yes, YouTube. That's just all you need to know. Before, I mean, it's gonna be quicker because even now, if I want to learn a song, and it's on YouTube and there's a lesson on it, I'll do that. Although in the old days, I would have had to listen to the song over and over again until I really felt I knew how it was be done. And I learned a lot of Green Day songs that way, which it's a really fun way to learn a song, just to learn it over again and just keep playing. Do you have that time to listen to me whine about to forget everything all at once? I am one of those erotic people. I give myself the pitch. Sometimes my mind just trips on me. I'll just let it know. I think that I have to do. I learned a lot of Green Day songs. They're not that hard, The point is, the best way to learn a guitar, I mean, you want to get some basics down underneath the chords, some basic chords you get from there. Because, gosh, the first day you sit down, and you can't even barely get sounds out of it. Everything sounds like this. First day, that's your first day. If you could do that the first day, you're or you say, okay, I want to do A chord. That's an A chord. It takes a while to figure out. And that, when I first tried to play a bass, it's like, yeah, just getting a note out of the thing. All you're doing is doing this. And I could do it on a guitar. I already play guitar, but it's totally different on a bass, how you do that. Just how you get the tone, the right tone out of it. So first you got to do that. Then you find a song that you want to play, and you learn, and you kind of go see if you can find a lesson. Even a pretty complicated song, you can learn as a beginner, as long as you're willing to put the time in to learn that song. You won't necessarily learn every song there is, but you'll learn a lot about learning that one song. And if you're willing to listen to that song and practice it over and over again for hours and hours and hours, you'll get it eventually. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your skill level is. Now, the really talented people are the people who immediately can play the guitar within somewhat, putting some effort. And I was never like that. No way. It's always been really kind of hard to me. I don't think I'm that good. But that's why I keep playing. I figure I'll get good someday, But everyone else, I mean, yeah, it's just I do have I have more than 10,000 hours playing a guitar, so. Finally figured out it took a long, long time. Now there's a turnabout, maybe 'cause I'm trying. There's been times I'm so confused. All of my roads where they lead to you, I just can't turn and walk away. Well, it's hard to see what it is I see in you. Wonder if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, and I can't do enough to prove it's all for you. But I thought I'd seen it all, 'cause it's been a long, long time. All of them will trip and fall, wondering if I'm blind. There's been times I'm so confused. All of my roads where they lead to you, I just can't turn and walk away. Well, it's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wonder if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do enough to prove love for you. Rain keeps pouring down, falling from blue skies. Words give out a sound coming from your eyes. Finally I figured out took a long, long time. Now there's a turnabout, maybe 'cause I'm trying. There's been times I'm so confused. All of the roads when they lead to you, I just can't turn and walk away. Well, it's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wonder if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do, not to prove it's all for you. It's hard to say what it is I see in you. Wonder if I'll always be with you. Words can't say, I can't do, not to prove it's all for you. I think the air horns are coming closer. Hold on a second. Gotta do this one kind of slow. If you wanna hang out, you got to take her out. Cocaine. If you get down, down on the ground. Cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Tomorrow. Cocaine. And yes, Jay. If you got bad news, you want to kick them blues. Cocaine. When your day is good and you want to run. Cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine. If your day is done and you want to ride on cocaine, don't forget this fact, you can't get it back. Cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine. She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine. All right, cocaine. Well, I'm not going to sing anymore, but I'm just going to play a little bit, just jam around a little bit. Anyway, lots of keyboard tomorrow. A lot of lounge. Ken's Lounge tomorrow. Around the same time. Maybe a little earlier. All right, muting. Gotta mute. Sorry, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. And I do have to get back to work. It's a work weekday. I do stream every day, and we do try to keep the same formula in general. We play some Flight Simulator for the first half of the show, roughly 55 minutes or so. And then another 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes of music. Today was the guitar jamming. Tomorrow it'll be Ken's Lounge. I'll have my keyboard on my piano out here. We're going to play piano. I want to upgrade my piano too. I mean, it's okay, but I think I could do better. Quality, sound quality for you guys. You know what I mean? Justify it that way. So tomorrow will be Flight Sim, followed by Ken's Lounge and the thing. Around the same time, same place. I will be streaming on YouTube if you like my YouTube. Sorry, there's a few viewers who just showed up on YouTube. I'm sorry it's the end of the stream. But if you do watch, you can always rewind on YouTube, by the way, and watch the stream as if it were live. But you're also welcome to chat with me. And if you like the stream, do hit the thumbs up button. You don't have one on Twitch. I'm also Twitch. You can hit the like on Twitch. I don't know what you can do on Twitch. Just enjoy yourself. But on Twitch, and I apologize again for my YouTube viewers who just came online. We're going to do this every day. We do this every day. And then I also have many VODs available. Like if you're like, oh, what's he doing? People are like, oh, that's the first time somebody do Flight Simulator and music. Well, that's probably because I'm the only one who does it. But there are like maybe 60 VODs of me doing it. So it'll probably be doing it a lot. It's just something I tend to do every day. Anyway, so I hope you come by again tomorrow in the future. And I'm quickly, by the way, I'm not sure I have any viewers or not, but I'm going to raid Anel. They want us to raid other music streamers, and Anel is fantastic, by the way. Well, like she has more talent in this part of her little pinky than I have in my whole body. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So stick around if you like music. Or even if not, it's probably just going to be me raiding Anel. She probably won't care. But yeah, we're gonna raid her. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.